Hi coders! Welcome back to the Coding Asik channel. In the previous video, we learned how to make objects in Scratch that can interact each other. We can see here that the cat cannot cross the ladder without jumping because the cat detects the ladder as an obstacle. These two objects interact with each other by positioning the cat in its old place, before the position was updated, so that the cat and the ladder don't overlap. With this knowledge, we can complete today's task of creating a mini game that collects fruit with balls. Here is the idea. Ball can move towards the right and left direction to catch the fruit that falls from the tree. At different times, apple and oranges will fall from the tree and reach the ground. When it comes to the ground, the fallen fruit will be eaten by insects and rot. The score is shown at the top of the screen, and make sure the reward for catching apples is higher than for catching orange. Are you curious? Let's do it together. Create a new workspace from scratch. Then we must prepare all the objects to spice up the story. Since I don't need the cat, I delete it now. I'll choose the background and I'll select desert. As for you can modify it if you want. Then I added the box and the red lines used as a dirt or trash objects. For the insects, I will modify them to become two insects that are static or have no movement. The task of these insects is to eat fruit on the ground. Then I choose bowl as the container to catch the fruit. Here I slightly modified the color. Then I want to add two different sizes of trees, one for the apple tree and the second for the orange tree. The size of the apple tree will be more significant because the score of this fruit is also higher than the orange fruit. Now, let's create the code for the apple. Then, we'll trace it for the orange because the difference between an orange and an apple is only in the locations of the fruit. They both hung from the tree and fell to the ground. Let's start coding. Take while the green flag is clicked. Then we need to make the ball controllable by the keyboard. The ball can move right and left only. So we need some new variable here, xspeed, to control the movement of the ball. And the current x positions and the current y positions to set the ball positions as the initial positions. Then place the block key press condition In this case, we select the right and left arrows. Remember to set the X speed to a positive value for the right arrow and a negative value for the left arrow. Let's try. Oops, some mistakes happen. I shouldn't have set the X position with a static value. It must be filled with the X speed. Here it is. Succeed! Since X speed is too slow, I'll make it faster. Then we need to click on the apple. We will arrange for the apple to grow from the tree's leaves or the top of the tree and make it fall to the ground. We set apple's position with a few variables. Since a tree leaf is an area, we need to randomly choose X and Y positions with X value at the ends horizontally and Y at each end vertically. This aims to make apples appear randomly on the top of the tree. Oh no, there is a slight error. Okay, all fixed. Then we want to make the apple fall from the tree. So we need Y speed to change the position. And remember to modify the apple costume. The second apple costume has to be a rotten apple. Remember to always show the apple in costume 1 to start with. If the apples touch the ball, they will disappear. So we hide them. Then we set the location of the new apple back up the tree. It is another case. We need to change the costume when the apple hits the trash or the ground. Can you see? It works. Why don't apples come from the tree? There is a slight error. We need to fix this. I forgot to set go to X and Y after the apple hits the ground. This is very good. Then we will add more sounds to make it enjoyable. Now let's multiply the apples to make the tree have more than one apple to catch. Here it is. For the orange tree, you can also copy it from the apple, but you will need to change some of the values. Here it is. Now we duplicate the orange to add more fruit to fall from the orange tree. Then we continue to draw the score that will be triggered by the ball. When the ball catches a fruit, the score will increase. For an apple, the score will be added by 2, while for an orange, the score will be added by 1. Hooray! Mission accomplished! Let's play and see you at the next video. Bye bye.